Hello everyone, and welcome to Almost Real and Honest Talk Between Two Friends. I'm Josh. I'm joined by my co-host, co-star, co-aficionado, Camila. Camila, how are you doing? Good?
I'm all right. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
First of all, it doesn't sound like you're doing great at all when you say it like that. But I'm doing well.
I wish I knew what to tell you now.
All right.
But I do not know.
No worries. Today's going to be a bit of a weird one. Because I was thinking we could do some rapid fire questions just to get to know each other or understand each other a bit better.
I think you understand me pretty well already. But yeah, sure. Fire up.
I think so, but we can do like what's like okay. Here's a question. If I'm looking for a conversation starter card thing, do you want a more spicy one or do you want like a more less spicy?
Let's do spicy, of course. We're doing spicy on the podcast.
All right, spicy questions to ask friends.
Spicy questions.
192 intriguing questions to ask your best friend. Ooh, 50 revealing questions.
Ooh.
They'll make your friends regret picking truth over dare. Oh my god. Oh, Camilla, these are too spicy for me.
Go on.
All right, now I'm going to leave it to you, and we'll both answer this question. It's only fair, and we'll leave it up to chance. There's 50 questions here. Choose a number between 1 and 50.
38.
38. The question is, what's the most awkward experience you've had with a crush?
So this is a crush. This is not like someone I've been dating.
Not someone you've dated, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine.
I kicked her in the face and made her nose bleed. Your turn.
Really? You did that?
Yeah, Camilla, it's me. I'm pretty awkward.
No, I'm nothing compared to you. So I had this crush at school and I've been a stalker my whole life. So if I need to find someone, I'll do that quite easily. And I found his phone number and I once called him and I kind of talked to him like I thought a girlfriend should talk to a boy. And I was like, what you doing now? Why are you not calling me? And stuff like that. And then I was like,
Oh my god.
why would I do that? So yeah, he felt very weird. But yeah, I think that's the weirdest thing I did with a crush. 'Cause I don't really have crushes who I meet in real life. I do have some crushes.
Celebrity crushes.
Yeah, like I really loved Rafa Nadal as a tennis player. I never met him. I really like Ryan Gosling. I don't think I'll do anything weird now if I meet him, to be fair. I do like Henry Cavill. I also won't do anything weird if I meet him.
Well, you can't say that. You haven't met him. You might. You might do something real weird.
I forgot what's his height. If he's really tall. But I mean, the problem is that I'm not really...
How tall is Henry... Whoops. Let me spell his name right. Cavill. He's 1.85 meters.
That's not that high.
No, it's not. It's 5 centimeters taller than me.
It's 2 centimeters taller than my husband, so...
Really? I thought you was quite a bit taller than me for some reason.
To be fair, I might have really failed now his height, my husband's, and he might be really sad about this, but I never properly remember his height. Maybe Henry Cavill is lower than him? Maybe he's 186, I think.
You know what? Doesn't super matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't super matter.
Anyway, so yeah, I didn't really do anything weird with crushes. So if you want to ask me any spicy question you see there, you can do that.
Choose another number. 1 to 50.
15?
15. Oh, this is also not that spicy, but maybe, okay. If you could erase one past experience, what would it be? Kicking my friend in the face and making her nose bleed. Your turn.
What I got? Oh. But erase from memory, so not from real life.
Yes, I guess so.
Then nothing. I really want to know about everything.
No, I guess it's erased like completely off the face of the earth. So it never happened.
Then I would have a... It's hard. I don't know. What?
All right, let's choose another number. Yes. I'll cut this out. It's harder to want to see.
Because there was...
Those are so few.
I would have erased this memory of these two people meeting at my birthday party, and basically that led to me to the destroying of my friendship with my best friend. But I think if that happened back in times, it would have happened later with the different things. So
Fair enough. All right, I found new ones. There's a lot of numbers now. 336.
Let's do 336.
The last one?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the last one here? Oh, no, this is a dare.
Dare.
For a dare. We want truth. Truth. Okay. The last one I found on this page. I don't know. They're broken up into sections. I don't even know. God. I don't feel comfortable asking this question.
Go on.
All right. Here we go. Are there times when you go without panties?
Like out?
I'm assuming yes.
Like you mean just underwear? Or like I have
nothing.
two parts. Nothing. Completely nothing. How often?
Sure.
I do sometimes do that.
No, I just are there times?
There are times. There are times, yep. I do that, yep.
Yeah.
But I mean...
Not for me. I always wear panties.
I mean, I do that only when I want to sexually engage with another person in my life. Usually. And I kind of want to...
Makes sense.
Like, wink, but not wink. Like, hey.
We'll give a hint.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm open for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready and willing, as it were.
Yeah, feels super stupid when he's like, nah, let's do this another time. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go get dressed then.
Sexual discrepancies, right?
Why did you feel
Different
embarrassed
sexual
about
desires.
discussing that? This is not really a big deal.
I don't know. Underwear is like, well, first of all, the word panties in general is just kind of like a bone-chilling word.
It's a weird word, yeah.
It's just not a pleasant word to say. Panties. It also feels very juvenile, maybe. It's like, oh, because if it's like, oh, are there times when you don't wear underwear? Perfect. That's easy. But there are times when you don't wear panties?
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I once bought a sexy underwear, which it took me like, I think, 10 minutes to figure out how to put this bra on. I was like, this is insane. There's like too many parts of it. I don't know where to put my hands, like how to fit into this. This was so weird. I was looking at the mirror, I was like, this is supposed to look sexy. This looks like a mess. Anyway, yeah. And also, like, my husband, he always, whenever I tell, like, do you want, like, any sexy underwear and stuff? He's like, usually prefer without anything. But yeah, sure, if you want something, you can do that. I'm like, no, this is too much. Right. Yeah.
I found best dirty questions to ask a guy.
Okay.
Flirty and fun. Do you want to ask me one of these questions?
Sure.
I feel like I've been asking you so many questions.
Sure.
There's 30 here, 1 to 30.
So you want to, you can send me the link if you want.
You choose.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll send it to you, or I'll just say it, and then you can.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll answer it. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
12.
12. Where is your favorite makeout spot?
Ooh, where's your favorite... Wait, let me ask this question. Where's your favorite makeout spot?
Where's my favorite makeout spot? Where do I prefer to make out?
I'm old. I know my answer to this question.
God, I'm not a 16-year-old boy.
Yes.
So,
bad?
Yeah, probably bad. Probably, like kitchen. Kitchen's a good spot to make out.
Like on the countertop.
Can be on the counter. Could be somewhere else.
Where? On the stove?
Yeah. If it's not on.
No, well, it's cold. Oh, well, it depends on what kind of stove you have.
No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be cold.
Oh.
We've got a gas range too, so...
Ooh, let's fire things up.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Where? I think most commonplace to find me making out is bed. Mm-hmm. But the question is, favorite makeout spot? Probably, let's say kitchen. Just because it's not as...
it's not as boring.
Normal as...
Yeah.
Not as boring. Yeah. How about you, Camilla? Your favorite spot to make out?
Oh, to be fair, I haven't answered that. I like to make out on an armchair. Oh wait, make out! I keep forgetting. Make out is just kissing, right? It's no sex.
Just kissing. It's like passionate kissing, yeah.
Oh god. Oh, then wait. I need to think. That was a response to a make out with addition.
Yeah, well, I find that making out tends to lead to...
It tends, yeah. Where do I like to make out? Actually...
Up against a wall is also really good.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Although...
Yeah.
I always am very confused. I kind of like this play of, like, power in the sex relationship, but the moment...
In a sex relationship.
in sex.
As opposed to...
But, like,
yeah.
Whenever I feel like I'm not the one in power, I start to feel very frustrated. Because, like, what if it would lead to something that I would not want it to lead to? So
Well, that's why you have a safe word, Camilla. That's why you have good, clear communication.
Safe word. Do you have a safe word?
No, we don't have a safe word.
There you go.
But we don't really do a ton of, like, crazy stuff.
No, I mean, just like, we're getting too into details. I actually like to make out on the street somewhere like, I don't know, in front of a river or next to a waterfall would be nice. Doesn't have to be a big one.
So I would say that that's probably not on the street.
No.
I know you mean like na ulice,
Yeah.
like outside
No,
in nature, right?
I mean, like, yes, somewhere next to a beautiful view, basically. Like, maybe while there is a sunset, or sunrise, or the stars.
So romantic.
Yeah.
So romantic, Camilla.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
So, all right. Do you want to do one more? I found 30 extremely dirty questions to ask friends. There's 32 here, though, so they lied. Let's do one last one. It's because this is fun,
Sure.
although some of these are very tame. What number? Between 1 to 32.
2.
Number 2. Have you ever walked in on your parents?
I think yes.
I think yes as well, but I don't think I knew it.
Well, yeah, so I didn't really see anything, but I think they kind of either started or, like, yeah, so basically, yeah. Yeah. But it's not a dirty question.
This is not an extremely dirty question.
No.
All right, give me one more number. That was kind of lame.
Choose the dirtiest question you think.
Or not.
Choose the dirtiest question you think
From
is
the
the
list?
dirtiest, yeah. The dirtiest question to your taste.
To my taste. Okay. Oh God. And this is gonna like if I choose like I actually choose like a super dirty one, it'd be like, "Whoa, Josh is a creep."
Let's find out.
Yeah. Right. This is. I'm just gonna read this one. I don't think this is the question, but have you ever farted in public and acted like it wasn't you? Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
I would sometimes, like, you would hold it on the metro, and then the doors would open, and you would fart as you were leaving, and then the doors would close behind, and you'd be like, I'm sorry, everyone. I literally couldn't. I have stress-induced IBS, and this is just, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to, but I felt a little bit of relief, and there's a lot of noise and stuff, people moving.
I try not to
Crowded
do that.
areas.
No, I try not to do that.
You try not to fart
I try,
in public?
well, no. If it's an open space.
You try not to crop dust the whole metro?
Yeah.
The whole train?
So if it's in the park and there is no one around, I wouldn't really mind. But if it's on the tube in the metro, I would try to hold it. I would not really. Or on a bus, no.
Well, buses are less busy and more quiet.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no. It's not really a dirty question. It's not dirty to fart.
No, it's not. It's not. There are some ones here though. Let's do. I got to think about, like, I got to answer this as well, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Ooh, no, that's not fair. If I just ask you a question that you have to answer.
But if I feel comfortable answering it and you don't, I don't feel like we have to pressure each other. I mean,
I don't like all those. Oh, here's a good one. It's not very spicy, but it's just kind of fun. Who was your worst kiss ever? Worst kisser.
Worst kisser. Oh, you mean who did I kiss in my life who was the worst?
That's exactly what I mean. Yes. Who in your life was the worst kisser?
I think this teacher guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What made him a bad kisser?
His mouth was too wet. Ugh.
I hear that.
Yeah.
My worst kisser ever was this girl I was hooking up with from Tinder, and she was just a lot of time. a lot of tongue and like aggressive and also very wet.
Yeah, same. Actually, yeah. Very, very similar. So he was using like a lot of, tongue. And it felt like...
It gets to a point where you're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do in this situation? Like, I cannot match your energy right now. Is this what you want? Like, my whole face is wet from the nose down.
No, my face was...
And it shouldn't be like that from kissing, if you know what I mean.
Oh. Oh. But yeah, it's actually a nice one. Nice one. No, this guy, he was... I don't really remember, but I think not just a lot of tongue, but he was like poking my mouth with his tongue more than...
Weird.
Yeah, it was like, not very enjoyable.
Yeah. The next question, also not a dirty question, but I've got some fun stories. Have you ever thrown up in public?
Oh, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a lot of problems with throwing up.
Very... I do too. Very, very quickly, I'll tell you about 3 times sort of from from like best to worst that I very clearly remember. One was I had a friend who had like a going away party, and we ended up at this woman's place, never met before that night, like a bunch of us there. And we did like, I don't know, we did shots of like cognac or something ridiculous, and I got so sick, and I sat on there. I was like on the front porch of this house, and I just threw up into the bushes a bunch. So that was the least bad. Second, and I'm not proud of this, I was coming home from like a work party in Moscow. I was living in Karlov with my girlfriend at the time, now wife, and her parents, and I was so drunk and I felt so sick, and I was on the elektrichka coming home.
Oh no!
And I had to throw up.
No!
So I went in between the wagons and I threw up there. And I even remember I went and I sat back down, and then there was, I think, like a couple like walking through wagons, and they got to that one, and I heard them like, "Oi!" Like, I don't even know what they said. "Очень грустно" or something, like, "It's so gross. What's happening? Who did this?" You know, whatever they say. And then, so that's the second. Then my most embarrassing time was I was at a friend's place, just him and I, and then another guy came later, and we got so wasted on wine. We drank like, between the 3 of us, I think we drank like 6 or 8 bottles of wine or something. Multiple trips down to the store to buy. Anyway, I was so drunk, and I took a taxi home.
No.
And just outside of my building,
no.
I threw up in the back of the taxi. I felt so bad. I felt so bad.
Oh no.
I was so embarrassed. That was the worst. And it was a female taxi driver too, which is also very rare. And she was just so angry and so upset, and I was so apologetic. I was so sorry. Yeah, I think I gave her like 5,000 rubles or something and apologized like crazy. And then I was also charged like 5,000 rubles for like a cleaning fee, and I was like, I deserve this. I deserve all of what had happened to me. So yeah, that was my top 3 most embarrassing throwing up in public.
Yeah, but I never
moments. And like, I think only you've thrown up in public.
No, I never really threw up in public. I had actually a lot of problems with throwing up, because when I was a teenager and I went to the US, I was throwing up all night there. I have no explanation up until now what happened, but I think my body was just adjusting to a new climate or to this long trip. Some sort of like blood pressure, maybe, like anything, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was literally like next to the toilet each night. I couldn't really eat. So apart from this being a really cool experience, it was also a very traumatic experience. And even now, whenever I feel nauseous, I start to panic if I'm going to throw up. And this actually might lead to throwing up just because of the level of stress. So I think that's why I kind of never... And I hate drinking. So the point is that I can't really get wasted and then start throwing up. So like my body works this way, so that if I drink too much, I just go and throw up. It doesn't wait. It's like, okay, you overfilled me. Let's get it out.
Here we go.
Yeah.
There's no warning.
Yeah. So,
I see.
and at some point I've very quickly realized like the amount of alcohol I can intake that would not lead me to hugging the toilet for the rest of the night, but at least I could enjoy some conversations. And I made a few rules, like I drink one thing, like I drink wine, and if it ends, I stop drinking. Mm-hmm. So I never mix. Yeah, I never change what I drink. Sometimes I just don't purposefully stop, so I kind of drink like a glass of wine, then I drink 2 glasses of water, then I drink another glass of wine, and I drink another glass of water. Now, I don't almost drink at all, so I don't really have this issue. Because I was pregnant, I couldn't drink. Then I was breastfeeding, I couldn't really drink, to be fair. I don't understand how other moms are mixing this, because you have to plan when you drink, when you breastfeed. It was just too much of a hassle for me. I was like, no, I just won't drink. I don't really need that as much. So I'm like, I'm gonna be fine. And when I stopped, I kind of realized that my kid sometimes wakes up from time to time. And like, if I get wasted, I'm still responsible for the kid.
Yep.
Or I'll just have a horrible headache in the morning when she wakes up super early. And like, who's gonna look after her? Like, my husband, but we usually are hanging out together. So we'll be drinking together. And so, yeah, I end up just drinking like a small can of beer from time to time, or just 1 glass of wine, or just 1 gin and tonic, and that's it. But that's like the best thing for me, because I get a little bit of relaxation. I don't get any headaches after, and I get an okay night's sleep. Still worse than if I didn't drink, which does make me sound super old, but yeah.
It's what happens. It's what happens.
Yeah.
It's in my head so much, and I feel like I gotta pivot, because we were talking about throwing up in public. And I have been very fortunate and also unfortunate. I want to pivot to something maybe a little bit grosser. So, I definitely have stress-induced IBS, meaning that if I feel stressed, I feel like I need to poop.
Sure.
And sometimes it's like now. And I've had many experiences of many close calls with this. And I want to quickly tell one little story. And maybe I've told you this, Camilla. This is one of my favorite stories. There's a couple, actually, but this is one of them. I was coming home from work, and I was on the Moscow Metro. And it was about like an hour away on the Metro from station to station. So I was on the Metro, and I was talking to a friend. I was planning to meet up with him. And as I was getting closer to Kuntsevskaya, I feel this rumbling in my tummy. And I'm like, oh no. Something's happening. Something bad is happening. And I'm like, I'll try to calm myself down. I'll do some like breathing exercises just to see, hey, is it a stress thing, or did I eat something off? So I'm in the Metro sweating and just like dying and going, okay, well, I know at Kuntsevskaya they've put up toilets.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Some of the metro stations have toilets. Kuntsevskaya, Moscow Metro Station, Kuntsevskaya, has toilets. I will just go to one of their like public toilets, pay with my card, whatever, go in. Public toilets in the metro, pretty nice. Not the worst thing. I can wait until I get to the metro station. I get to the metro station. I'm looking around. I go through the whole blue line, Kuntsevskaya station. There's no toilet. Well, there's multiple lines here. Obviously, it's going to be on the brown line. Very fitting. Very fitting. I'm basically a brown line right now. So I go through the whole brown line. No bathroom. No toilet. Okay, great. I think I do one more loop of the blue line before I finally find a security guard, and I ask him where the toilet is, and he goes, we don't have it. But you can go to the mall outside and use the bathroom there. I'm dying. Like, I'm dying. The idea of having to go. So I run up the escalator. I run into the mall. And there's some sort of pop star or something doing a performance. So the crowds are immense. Oh, no. And there's like a signing or something happening as well. So I'm there and I'm like looking over the heads of these people like, how do I get to the bathroom? And we're at D-Day. We're like the ships are sailing in. We're landing at Juno Beach. Like, the Germans are firing on our position, and I gotta go. So I'm like trying to push my way through this crowd because I can see the bathroom now. And the worst thing when you have to go to the bathroom is knowing there's a bathroom close, because your body instantly goes into, it's time.
No.
Fire all cannons.
No.
So I do, though. I get through the crowd. I'm so sweaty at this point. I get into the bathroom and I'm safe. I'm okay. I'll spare the details of the harrowing experience when I was there on the toilet, raining down Armageddon in this public bathroom. And it was one of those ones where, it's so serious that you have to take your shirt off. So I had sweater. I take my sweater off and my shirt off, and I'm sweating so much. I'm in this public bathroom in the stall, and I'm putting my shirt up on the toilet roll holder so it's not on the ground. It's no hook for my jacket or my thing, my bag even. And yeah, I messaged my friend, I'm hey, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not feeling well. So sorry. But the moral of the story, really, ultimately, at the end of the day, is I didn't poop my pants, so it's okay. But it was just the reason why that's one of my favorite experiences I've had of almost shitting myself is because of the whole comedy of errors of thinking there's a bathroom at this station. There isn't. If I had gone one station over, there would have been. Running around the stations trying to find a bathroom, not finding one. Then going up to the mall, which has bathrooms, and then being blocked off because there's some sort of celebrity doing a performance there. It's just this series of unfortunate events that I'm pretty sure was just God testing me. That was Jesus saying, "Hey, this is your cross to bear." Whew. But yeah, I dropped off the troops, I flushed the toilet, and I went home, and I probably went back to the bathroom again. Because I was not well.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, maybe too much information, maybe not enough information. We'll let you decide.
Oh, no. It's a very heroic story.
You know what? I felt like a hero.
Yeah.
I felt like a hero. I saved the world from public shit.
Well, yeah.
But we all know, we've all been there, we've all had diarrhea,
Yeah.
right? We've all had close encounters.
Sure. No, we all have, yeah.
Maybe you're wearing pants with a belt and you're I wasn't counting on this belt being here. And you're fumbling with the belt, or it's one of those belts that has an intricate locking system where you have to fold the loop in and around, and you're I don't know how to get this off.
Yeah. Well,
we've all been there.
Yeah, sure.
We've all been on car rides, and we've had to tell our parents that they need to stop at every single gas station they see, and we have to run inside and use all of these different gas station bathrooms because we ate something funky.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what would have been a 20-minute drive turns into an hour and a half drive.
I don't really have a similar story to tell.
What? I'm so surprised.
I once didn't make it to the toilet, actually, but not pooping. I peed my pants. But it was a very sad story for me. It was a very traumatizing experience. I literally cried the moment this happened. I felt that something was wrong with me. I was but the thing was that...
How old were you, though?
It happened last year. Or this year?
Oh.
Yeah. It's literally of a...
You just had a baby.
Yeah, that's what I thought. My body's broken now and it's the end of era. But no, this is not what happened. It was just a very unfortunate... The problem is that I wanted to go to the toilet really bad, pretty far away from home. And I had to convince my toddler that we need to go home because my mommy wants to pee.
And Mama can't pee outside.
No, I can't. No, I don't have a nappy. Yeah, and all the toilets were closed. And it was also winter. It was very cold. And I also had to carry her for a little bit. And when you want to pee and you're carrying something heavy, it's an additional problem. And the worst bit was that I made it home. I was at home. And I literally needed 1 more minute or even less, 10 seconds just to get to the bathroom. But no, and I was so sad. I was no. I'm broken. My body's broken.
It happens.
No, I was very sad.
It happens. And like it's like I said, right? Like as soon as your body knows, oh, toilet here, it's like there's a relaxation that happens.
Yeah.
You know, your brain goes, we're safe. We're in a safe place. This is where this happens.
Yeah. But
and it just nothing to feel bad about.
Well, but after that, I
peed my pants. Go ahead.
I stopped drinking water. I was so afraid to do that.
You gotta drink water.
I only drank.
Drink water.
I know it's actually really bad. I got quite dehydrated because I was afraid to drink water whenever I go out. I was like, what if this happens again? I was so embarrassed by that. I kind of got back on track after this, but like,
you gotta drink water.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to drink water. Don't let fear control your water consumption.
No, yeah. And also, like, these things happen. It doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean your body's broken.
Everyone pees and shits themselves. Right? Everyone throws up on a train.
Yeah.
Right? Like, these are all common experiences that we all have. Yeah, it's wild times. My fun peeing myself story. To be fair, I was very young. I was in kindergarten, so I would have been like 4.
You just potty trained. Oh, well, not just, but still.
No, I'd been potty trained earlier than that, for sure. I probably was like 2 or 3. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Probably around 2. Anyway, I was at kindergarten. I was in the school, and I asked to go to the bathroom, and I didn't make it, and I peed myself, and I was embarrassed. But I was like, well, I'll just act like nothing happened. And so I went about my day. And I remember my mom picking me up from school, and I'm sitting in the car, and she's driving us home. And I go, Mom, does pee dry like water? And my mother, in a very confused tone of voice, goes, yes. Why are you asking? And I went, oh, no reason, because I had noticed that my pants were now dry. So, hey, it's okay to pee your pants.
Yeah, when you're 4.
It dries.
When you're 4.
Hey, you know, we've all been pretty close.
No, but yeah. To be fair, after having a baby, you might have this kind of issues, and it's fine. You don't have to feel embarrassed about that. Yeah.
No.
Pelvic floor. I feel like an old grumpy lady telling about how I don't drink because I prefer to sleep well, how I pee my pants, and that this is completely normal.
How you're afraid to drink water.
Oh, good God.
It's, you know what? It's what happens as we get older. It's absolutely just what happens as we get older.
Dear.
And if our bodies go through a big change, like having a baby.
No, yeah. I sometimes remind myself, like, because I have a lot of, like, body shaming issues, and I'm like, hey, your body literally produced another human being, and now you're raising her. Like, this is amazing what your body can do.
You're doing all right.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
it's absolutely fine. And, I feel like sometimes people, and especially women, do not really give themselves enough credit for that. Because this is a lot of work. This is not easy. Like, all those stories about, like, hey, back in days, women gave birth on the farms. Yeah, half of them died, and kids died, and, like, there is nothing to be... Less, yeah. True. But, like...
it was quite high.
It was still very high,
it was high.
Yeah.
It was a high number.
Like, this is not a good comparison. And, anyway. Love yourself more.
Wild times.
Yeah. Whatever happens.
That's the moral of this podcast. I think that's a great place to leave off.
Yeah.
Love yourself more.
Just after we discussed how we peed and almost pooed our pants.
Love yourself more, even if you've been ghosted or you've pissed or shit yourself. Recognize that your body is amazing. You're amazing. All of you are amazing. And this too shall pass.
And then we shall overcome.
All right. I think that's the episode.
Yay! Yeah, I think so too, yeah. I like boobs, so I'm happy I have boobs. So. Can't complain about that.
And that's the end.
Awesome.